The National Advisory Committee on Constitutional Reform (NACCR) is visiting communities across the country. Through the consultation, residents in Sangre Grande spoke directly to the National Advisory Committee and shared their views on how the Constitution should be improved to provide better governance. One resident, Dave Passad, said there is a significant disparity in the allocation of resources between different regions despite similar population sizes. He said this brings about several challenges.
Inequality and disparity, marginalization and discontent, underdevelopment, political tensions. To address these challenges and achieve a more equitable distribution of resources, constitutional reform could consider several approaches to decentralize and distribution of funds. Fiscal decentralization. Devolve greater fiscal powers to regional local bodies, allowing them to collect and manage their own revenues through taxation, fees, and other means.
He said by this it would enable the regional corporations to have more control over their finances and tailor spending priorities to local needs. Mr. Passad also suggested equalization mechanisms.
Equalization mechanisms. Implement equalization mechanisms to redistribute funds from wealthier regions to poorer regions, ensuring that all regions have access to basic levels of resources and services. Point 3, needs-based allocation. Develop transparent and objective criteria for allocating funds based on the specific needs and priorities of each region, such as population size, demographic characteristics, socio-economic indicators, infrastructural requirements, and development goals.
Alderman David Gadar of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation and a resident of Valencia wants to see the role and function of the independent senator changed.
Members of the public who, for one reason or the other, are reluctant to go to any political office, for that matter, that is parliamentary offices. What are the possibilities, or in fact, I'm suggesting that the independent senators be allowed to have a day or whatever to accommodate the public to take their concerns and raise it at the parliament.
Nina Lorraine Khan, a resident of Guayco, Sangre Grande, expressed the need for the Caribbean Court of Justice to become this country's final court of appeal. The committee continues its consultations in Point Fortin on Wednesday. In January, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the committee would be appointed to formulate the terms of reference and collect views from the public on constitutional reform. The country's constitution was last updated 48 years ago. Mahalia Joseph-Wharton, TDT News.